All right, everybody. So it is March 18th. So I showed up late to the party. I'm showing up just now. We do have QCOM looking like a trade right here. In about 5 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and jump in. Then I'll explain why it's a trade. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the reason why it's not a trade is because we are coming up against this high of day area, which will probably be some resistance, and it may roll back over. If it can get through here a little bit, then we'll be off to the races. But this could be in consolidation right here. So that's one reason why it might not be a trade. But the reason why it is a trade is, let me mark this up real quick so I don't get caught, and then I'll tell you. All right. So my stop, 131.90. Break it. All right, there we go. Okay, cool. So the reason why it is a trade is because right here we had our switch, which I normally would trade, but I wasn't here for it. And then this would be a losing trade right here. So I would have speed bumped this, and I'd be in this right now on a speed bump. But once the algorithm switches, it confirms a higher probability of it traveling this direction. So at the same time, we do have permission down here. Even though I don't use that for QCOM per se, we do have permission, so giving me an even higher probability that this will be going to this target. So I decided to go ahead and jump in this trade right here so that we're in. And yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so hopefully this does become a winner because I didn't use my trade calculator and I didn't really have time to look at the spread on it, or not spread, but what my risk reward was. So I took a guess and picked 250 shares, and right now we're risking about $1 a trade, $1 move, win or loss, dollar per share. With 250 shares, is risking 250 bucks. So we'll be more than doubling what our risk reward is. So it'll take me 2.5 trades to recover this, which is not great. So one thing I can do here is once we get into profit is look to take half off, or at least protect half of this, so that I'm not going to lose more than my trading plan allows me to lose. So once we get into profit, we'll be looking to reduce this down by 150 shares. So, and then we'll reduce the other 100 at the stop. And I want to, and the hard part is once you're in profit, it's like, oh, I just want to let it ride, make some money, have a great day. But if it doesn't go that way, then I'm going to lose way more, and it's going to take a lot of trades to recover that. So I got to be smart. I got to trade the plan. The plan is, when I look at the plan, I can see how much money I can make at the end of the year by trading that plan, and I'm good with that. So I need to trade the plan and not deviate too much, and I definitely don't want to do that and lose that much capital. All right, so I wasn't paying attention there for a second and almost missed this opportunity to play Nug here. So let's see if we can mark it up and maybe we get a little pullback. 59.54. Roughly, these are not straight lines. 59.54, 58.82. 58.74 cents. Pull up the calculator. Okay, it's 135 shares is what I would buy of Nug if I get another opportunity. All right, so we may have missed out on Nug, which would be too bad. So QCOM, I didn't sell it here because a lot of stuff's turning around. The MES is on its way up big time. Nug's on its way up right now. All my whole portfolio is looking like it wants to run up. So, and then this just broke over high of day, and I was like, I should get out right here with at least the 150 shares. But I was like, with everything on its way up and it's breaking high of day, I should let it run. I should let it go. So maybe that's FOMO, maybe that's a little bit of greed, or maybe I'm just being smart by seeing all the signs on the wall and then deciding to let it run up. I don't know. We'll see. I guess time will tell. 2020 is trading, right? You always look back and say, I wish I woulda, coulda, shoulda. So we'll see if I'm making the right call here in just a few minutes. And I still may protect 150 shares of this, not wait for it to get to the target. I may, as soon as this comes up a little, protect 150 shares and then see if we get lucky. Or if it come back down, then we just get out with a tiny profit on that 150 and then we let the other 100 run. Okay, so we got Nug pulling back down through here. So we've said 135 shares. Let's make sure that that's in. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to just buy it. So let me mark this real quick. Because of that, it's dropping down, right? So if it wants to keep going, I want to let it keep going without me being a part of it. So 59.55 was my entry. So if I put looking at the spread, yeah, we're good. So go ahead and put my order in there, and then I'll start trailing this down. I just need to get plenty of room to breathe, and then I'll trail it down to see if we get in at a discount. So just as I was saying, everything's looking up. How fast things can turn around. MES is going down. NUG on its way down. TWOU on the APPS. CVS, everything rolling over right this second. Just like that. So we'll see. This might have been a mistake, but we'll find out in a minute. Hopefully this support area that's been developing. All right, we had resistance here. It's now support. We'll hold, and this will push higher. All right, so what are we at? 40. So now I'm going to move this down a little bit. 50. So I'll trail it by about 10 cents. Give it some room to breathe. Okay, so this candle is going to close here in the next 5 seconds. So chances are I'll end up in this trade because it'll throw a wick, get me in, and then it may continue lower. Anything can happen here, but I'm going to leave it as is, and we'll see what happens. See how close it is? And it always has these little wicks. So we're probably going to be in this trade here in a minute. And then we'll see if it's a winner or a loser. Okay, so we're in NUG. And then I'm looking at this and saying, does the stock market want to draw a picture? Does it want to draw something here? This does look like an M pattern developing. And once it breaks through here, see you later. So hopefully it's not trying to draw a picture. And we'll find out in a minute. 59.44 is where we got in. All right, so I pulled my stop out of this Q comment to put it back in. Looks like this was definitely a bad decision. Let's see here, 131.80, 131.81, 250, 131.81. Where are you? All right, stop is back in. And then I could speed bump it, but I'm not going to speed bump it with the full this 250 that I had. I'll speed bump it with the proper share size of 100 shares, and then is what it is. I recover a little bit of my loss, but I mean it can still go up. I mean we still got a little thing going on here for technical traders. You know, although my permission and my algo is rolling over, it doesn't mean anything because it's not in the context of a switch and it's not below the red line, so all good. But for the technical traders out there, this is what we're looking at, right? This is a spot where I would add more to my position, because we could be on a trend line, and then if the trend line breaks, then we got something to worry about. And then you all will be like, all right, it's going to break because it's looking for this support level right here, which is just after your stop, which means you're going to get stopped out, and it's going to hit support, and it's going to bounce without you. So, and then if that doesn't work, then I can say, well, maybe there's another trend line that it's following somewhere in this area. And it's actually broken out of this, and now it's coming to retest that and move forward. See how a technical analysis is? I could sit here all day long and then try to convince you that it's going to go up or that it's going to go down based on, you know, all this stuff. And if I don't find something here to justify what I'm thinking, then I can go ahead and start zooming out into different time frames. And if this doesn't work, then I'll have to go and find a, like right now I can be like, well, you know, it's actually way down here maybe is what the deal is. Or maybe actually support is down here in this mess of an area. So maybe I should wait for it to get all the way down here and break all of that. But then if it breaks all that, then maybe I should just put my stop down here. And if it breaks that, next thing you know, I was trying to make this little bit of money and I'm justifying all this loss. So that's a common mistake I think a lot of traders can make as well. Then I could also look at this and be like, well, actually the trend line is all the way over here. You know, this was a breakout, a retest, and then it could be failing the retest, so it might come back down. Like, this is what happens when you start doing, and this is just very basic technical analysis. I didn't even get into the candles and all that stuff. There's so many different ways to like make an argument to justify what you're feeling what you're wanting to happen, not what is going to happen. It's what you want to happen, that you can start trying to justify it. And then when you do that, you get confirmation bias. And then when you get confirmation bias, then you start to blow up your account because you're trading what you want to happen all the time and you're not trading what's actually happening. So anyway, technical analysis, but I thought it'd be fun to throw those up there anyway. And in all seriousness, let me remove some of these and show you the one that I would keep, which is the first one that I drew. Because I'm trading on the short term here. So this trend line, the first one I drew, is one I would look at. So yes, I actually, if I was trading technicals with my algorithm, I would have added to my position right there on that touch. All right, well, hopefully this thing will turn around and go up. And yes, I said hope because I don't care. Like, I know people always say you shouldn't trade on hope. You shouldn't be hoping. You're hoping if you just buy the stock and you hope it goes up and you have no idea whatsoever. Like, there's no reason for it to go up, but you just want it to go there. So you buy it and you say, I want you to go up. That's hoping, right? But you're still hoping no matter what your strategy is. You can have a 99% win rate on your strategy. And when you make the trade, you're hoping you're going to be right every single time. Like, you never want to be wrong as a trader. So you know you're going to be wrong. You accept that because it's part of the game, but you're always hoping you're going to be right. Like, you never want to be wrong. So yes, I hope that I am right again on this trade and I make some money on it. Just as I hope this hits its full target and I'm right on this trade because I have a proven statistical probability of success on both of these that are very high. So yeah, I want to make some money and I hope they get there soon. All right, so here we are. So yep, like I said, that's where I would have added if I was in the mood to add to my position. And boom, it would have been nice. It would have been really nice to add. So when this candle closes, I'm going to be looking to lock in 150 shares, so I don't put more at risk than I should have been at risk today. So enter 150. So now I'm ready to go. You know, this could be a strong support area, a resistance area, and this could roll over now and break through this and just crash down. So yeah, we'll protect at 150 shares, and then we'll let the rest ride and follow the rules and either win or lose. And winning is basically it hits this target or it gets 90% of the way, and then we move our stop to break even plus a couple bucks, and it comes back down and we miss it. So that's basically a winning. Hit this target and we get out somewhere on this target or above, or 90% of the way, and then we move our stop to break even plus a couple bucks. So, but I'm not going to do it with this full 250. I don't believe, unless I get lucky. I mean, I'm going to move this to, profit plus a couple bucks, and then 150 shares of it, and then maybe we get lucky and we get a full winner out of it. It'd be awesome. All right, so we got a nice move up. Candle's closed, and then I'm going to go ahead and move my stop now at 133. Basically, what did I get in at here? 132.84. So we'll get the spread is only a few pennies. It's nice. 133. So 133 is we'll put that stop in. Cancel this. All right, so we got that stop in. So actually, let's see, 132.89. Let's move that down a little bit. Give it room. Pretty good. All right, we're below that green candle. All right, cool. So now we got that stop in, and then I'll go ahead and put the other 100 shares back at the correct stop, 131.90. Make it break it. 86. All right, cool. So there we go. So all of our stops are in now, and yeah, we'll see if we get lucky and this thing goes up and we make a bunch more money than we expected to today because we bought too many shares. So give this an opportunity. Tempted just to sell this right now and have 200 and change on the books for the day. I'm not trading tomorrow, so that'd be a nice way for me to go into my weekend. But I'm going to let it run. Let's let it do its thing. Okay, so here we are with NUG. Basically just about to hit this target here at 60.28. So I'm going to just make this easy. I'm going to cancel that. And 31, 32. So 28 is what we're looking for. It's at 30 right now. So we're through our target. So I can go ahead and put my sell in, kind of. It's got a little movement here. I might get stopped out, which, it's all right if I get stopped out. I'm in the target, but I want to give it an opportunity to keep on running, but maybe I should not get greedy. All right, we'll just put it in at 20. And if we get out, we miss it by 8 cents. All good. All right, cool. So we're out of NUG. $99.10, $100 is what we're looking for. So missed our full trade by 80 cents, missed our target by 8 cents. So all good trade. We'll put that in the log, and then hopefully QCOM can hit this target and do us a solid there. I'm so tempted just to take it off the table because 100 bucks is my risk reward right now, and I went heavier than normal. So, I've already got my risk reward. My next trade, I'm only risk rewarding 100. So, if I were to take this off the table right now, it would pay for almost 2 losers. Almost makes more sense to go ahead and move my stop up rather than to be greedy looking for this target. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that actually. Let's move this up right here. Let's not get greedy because I need to follow the rules and stick with the $100 risk reward. And if I do that, even if I jump out right now, 1.5 losers this pays for. But even if it only gives me 100, it still pays for at least 1 loser, one, which is what I need. I want my winners to pay for my losers. So we're in a good position. So I'm going to be smart about this, not greedy. My greed wants me to stay down here and wait for it. It will hit the target. But smart trading says next trade I'm going to make, I'm going to risk 100 bucks. So this pays for it and then some. So if I'm wrong, so I might as well be smart and protect it. Okay, so we took off that first portion of the trade. So that locked in nice little bit of money there. So now we'll have this down here and we'll see if this can continue going up. All right, there we go. So we're all out of QCOM and got our $95. Yes, I wish I would have took the trade off here with $180 or whatever, but I wanted to give it a chance to hit the target and keep going. So 95 is pretty close to that 100 that I need to pay for the losers. So all good. So in a sense, good trade, even though it doesn't look as good as it did a few minutes ago. It's still a good trade. So that's 2 trades down for today, and we're after 12:30. I'm going to shut it down, and I'll show you what happened to the rest of the tickers in the portfolio. Okay, first up, QCOM, and then right here you can see too, like this may just pulled back to this resistance level, which may become support before boosting higher. So probably not a great place to have that stop, but it is what it is. I wanted to make sure I locked in close to 100 bucks, so I have this winner to pay for losers. So here we go. So, I guess I could have left it closer to break even because we didn't quite get 90%. So I probably should have left that other trade down here, blah, blah, blah. But whatever. I got my 95 bucks. That'll pay for the loser. So QCOM, we had our switch this morning. I wasn't here this morning to trade. Had our switch, and then I would have shorted this, and it would have been a loser. And I would have speed bumped it, and I would have recovered that, and this would have been a wash for the day. So instead, I'm able to take advantage and make some money, which is awesome. Man, I'm still bummed inside that I didn't take advantage and just jump out with that 187. It's a little bit of greed in there, hoping that it would go through these targets. It probably will go through these targets. And because I put my stop here instead of leaving it where it belonged here, I'm in a sense breaking the rules, and then I won't have that full trade, and I could have had a better day. But whatever, is what it is now. So moving on to the next one. Nug, you saw, so this is part of the simple switch strategy, the normal one, the day trading strategy I teach over at the website. And if you're interested in learning more about what it is I'm doing here, what I'm trading, all my classes are free over at the website. Link is below. So you can jump over there, take my free classes, learn my strategies, learn all my stuff, and you'll know exactly what's happening here and what my plan and trade plan is and all that stuff. So right here we have Nug, switch, permission, and then sorry, QCOM, wrong trade, wrong ticker. I'm just looking at this go up. I'm mesmerized. All right, come on, Nug. Where are you? But Nug did the same thing. All right, here we are with Nug. So switch, permission, and QCOM we also have permission, so that was nice. Switch, permission, and then, yep, that's it. Long. It's a long trade. Switch to the long side. Permission to go long. Hit the target. Good to go. Money, money, money. 99.10. So we're just a little short of our goal. And the goal isn't how much money I want to make every day. It's when I plan my position sizing with my trade plan. Right now, I'm good to lose 100 or make 100 per trade. So I'm right around there, which is good. I'm not losing more than that. If I would have lost in this trade, I would have lost a tiny bit more because I didn't get out at the full trade. I got out a little short because I wanted to get through, put my stop in, and give it a chance to keep running. And then it pulled back, and I was like, you know what? I just need to be out because if this rolls over, it's stupid to be greedy. All right, so moving on. CVS, good thing I wasn't here this morning. CVS had trade on the simple switch strategy, and I only shorted though, even though we had a switch with permission long. I wouldn't have traded this based on that because I don't trade this alongside based on the algo, at least on the permission of the algo. Just because the success rate isn't good enough, it's like 76% or something. I want it to be 80 or better. But I do trade it on the switch back. So we had our switch down and then we had our switch back. So I would have traded this right here and took a loser on it. I would have speed bumped it and hopefully got out, with a little recovery of my loser, but it would have been a losing day. I would not be in this trade at this point here. So this would have been a loser today. So good thing I missed that one. And then TWOU. So TWOU here. So this one I trade on the algo and on the switch back. And right now we have our switch and our switch back. And we also had the algo giving us permission to be in short at the same time. So this would have looked like a good trade, and I would have got stopped out right here. And I'd be in speed bump territory right now, waiting to recover some or all of my loss on TWOU. So far, good thing I didn't trade this morning. I avoided a bunch of headaches. And then APPS. APPS would have been a nice winner. I trade this on a day trading strategy. And here we go. We had our switch to the long side. Barely got permission, but it's clear. You can see space between the two. So we do have permission, and it would have been a winner. It would have been good to go. So it would have been a pretty rough day today. Still a green day if I had traded the whole day, but it would have been a little bit more rough. I'm happy to come in, make the money I made, and bounce out. Let's look at the log real quick. Okay, so here we are with the day trading log. So March, pretty nice, $700 so far in March. January, we had a rough start to the year. We only traded a week in January anyway, but it was a rough start. But yeah, March is looking good. So down here we have our trades that we entered. So when I put notes in based on why I made the decisions I made. So when I scale out of my position in my log or scale in, I just put it in multiple entries. So QCOM, I only traded it once, but I got in at this number, 250 shares, but I got out 150 here, another 100 there. This way I can have a more accurate tally of what took place. So that's how I do it when I scale in the log. So, and then what's awesome is the scaling ladder. And again, if you don't know what this is and you want to learn more about it, the link in this below or the video on the end screen here will be my strategy. And it'll teach you all about my my trade plan. That's not my strategy, but my trade plan, which will go into how I use this log and for that plan. So anyway, here we are. So $100 risk reward is where we're at. This automatically fills in for me based on what's happening in my account and lets me know where I'm at. So I got two more wins, two more fills, and I can move up to the 150 level. So I won't trade tomorrow, like I said, but maybe next week we can come out and get a couple winners. And yeah, had I traded better this week, I'd already have this filled up and we'd be moving up to the next level. We'd be scaling up, but is what it is. So there we are, a couple more to go. And then on the dashboard, here's the dashboard. So today's pretty good. I had some futures trades as well. So we had some winners there in the futures market. So today, nice little $288 day. Just slowly growing all the accounts, which is good. Everything's going the right direction. March has turned out to be pretty good. $3,100 for March so far. And we got a few weeks left to go. So hopefully we can grow this. Maybe we can break 4,000 for the month. So not bad for just starting in this account. I say just starting. I just haven't taken that many trades. But we started in January. It's already March. Can't believe it. Almost April. But yeah, it's growing pretty nice. So, all right, everybody. We'll see you on Monday.